Hello and welcome to a LEGO Bootleg Ninjago set review from Sheng Yuan. This is SY339. This is probably going to be one of the only big sets I pick up just to see how Sheng Yuan are doing with their latest Ninjago quality builds. This is also based on a set that's not that old, to be honest. It's quite new. It's still in Toys R Us and stuff. The price here on the sticker says 199, that's Hong Kong dollars. I did get a slight discount, about $20, so I paid about 180 or 179. The official thing at Toys R Us is 499, so that's 600. So I paid less than 1/3 the price from Toys R Us. Know that Toys R Us in Hong Kong does inflate their prices a lot. So if you go to Inns Point or something, you probably get maybe 420. So this is about just a bit less than half the price. Yeah, just a bit less than half the price of the official set. Now, is it worth it? Let's find out. The box here is the same size as the Avengers set that I also reviewed from Sheng Yuan, the Quinjet. So in the same size box, just like that box, there's also a handlebar, a little plastic handlebar on top. So right away, it's easier to carry, easier than Lego to carry. But unfortunately, they copied the entire Lego box, so this does mean that it's covering up a little bit of the images. We're just going to pull that down and have a look. It's okay, I guess. It's still nice to have this as a useful thing. Underneath there, all of the English names do have a Chinese translation printed on there as well. So one-to-one guide on the right-hand side. They have Lloyd printed twice on this box. This box is also just made out of thick cardboard. It's printed quite nicely. It's very sharp and everything, and definitely eye-catchy. Like I said, they copied the entire art of the box, and underneath it's just cardboard. But you can see here, it's better than Lego because you can actually close it back up. Hooray! And sealed boxes do have plastic tape there to make sure, so you know if something might be missing from it or not. So even bootlegs, you want to check, make sure you get a sealed box just to reduce the chance of missing pieces, missing bags. On the back there, they've also copied the back of the box without all the the Lego coding and stuff. At the bottom, you got all the information, CE and stuff. On the back of the box here, you got all the features from the set. Now inside, just like the Quinjet, there are two of these cardboard trays inside holding all the bags. In fact, the funny thing is, after I emptied all the bags, all of them would fit in one cardboard box. So this box could be half the size. But no, they instead wanted to have it full size. So I don't like boxes that do that. Like, what's the point? Just save space. Inside here, you see a bunch of spare pieces and a brick separator, their own version of a special shaped brick separator. Every single figure has a spare hand. There's a spare cannon, like laser bolt from the front of the base, and just random extra. You see here, there's extra teeth, extra studs, extra little bits here. The instruction book is also done quite well. It's very sharp, it's very shiny, the paper feels thick enough. Just like official Lego instructions, this is good. Like, minus the Lego logo not being on here, it's pretty much a one-to-one replica of the Lego instructions. In the back though, if you just look in the front there, you do have this page, just like all the ones. However, this set does not have the 1, 2, 3, 4 bags. All the bags are not numbered, so you have to pull everything out. And for some people, that might make it slightly harder for you to find pieces. And another thing about the bags is, none of the bags, some of the times bags hold different pieces that feel weird. For example, there are these pieces that you're meant to join together, so you have a hinge to rotate the building a little bit. And for some reason, those are placed in two different bags. So you gotta. It's just weird, the random placement of pieces in bags. That doesn't quite make sense. So you have to open all the bags, mix them all together and whatever. And another difference on the back here is showcasing all the other sets that Sheng Yuan is going to be copying from Lego, as well as on the back here the box art, which they've added Chinese translation to the names as well, where the original English names are. So consistency. The last thing to look at before I move on to the set is this transparent sticker sheet right here. You got a logo, 2 map images, and yeah, so pretty much a decent sticker sheet. Like I said, I don't collect official Ninjago, I don't watch the show, so I don't know some of the names. Many people have pointed out certain name corrections in the comments below and many other videos, like, I say NARG, but it's actually meant to be NRG, so energy, so stuff like that. So now I know that, but, Yeah, so you don't have to comment that anymore, but people don't do anyway because they never read comments or listen to what people say. Anyway, so I don't have the official set to compare it to, so I'm just going to judge this. I have seen the official set in the shops, and this is pretty much a one-to-one copy of that. So I'm just going to judge this by the build and the quality of itself. Obviously, the Sheng Yuan thing here, there's none of these have get the lights back on that, have any Lego on any of the studs, and you sometimes see more injection line now. The whole build is quite solid. There's not any loose clutches, anything you can see there, for example. This is done very tight. Well, that bit not so much, but this whole piece is done quite tightly. So, you know, that's pretty cool. And this is meant to be like with the curve and stuff when it touches to the bigger building. Down here, you've got a little skeleton cage with a little printed lock piece that's actually printed very nicely. If you know any of these, if you've seen any of the previous Sheng Yuan reviews, you know that I often praise how sometimes that they even have better print than official Lego, especially concerning the color white. They actually print enough white on faces and pieces, and Lego seems to cheap out on that. So, and they got these two swords up there. They're hard plastic. And here's the back. Now the build of this thing, just like previous Sheng Yuan sets, is a bit squidgy. By that I mean the joints feel a bit spongy when you plug them in. This, you know, sometimes Lego, you plug it in, you'll get like a nice little snap, and it goes, yeah, I plugged that Lego piece in. With Sheng Yuan, you don't really get that for the most part. You get a little. It's just like, it's fine, like the whole clutch thing is fine, the whole thing doesn't fall apart or anything, but it doesn't have that satisfying snap. However, once you build the whole thing, it sits there nicely, it doesn't fall apart, so that's what matters at the end of the day. The most important part of the set is that it doesn't fall apart. So we have the front here. Now I picked up this set out of all the other building ones because I actually think this set looks really nice, and if you can afford the official Lego one, by all means go ahead and get that. There's only one issue I have with the bootleg here. These two big round pieces, because of that spongy feel, they don't like to stay down. So I'm going to push this, and hopefully this will stay down for now. But this side's down, but it won't pop off. But you got to really push it down, or else it'll just hover above the other studs. Got these two bits there. Now these are the red cannons, spring loaded. It is actually spring loaded. They copied that as well. So I'm just going to try that. I'll do it on this side. What you do is you got these skulls. These two skulls there, heads, helmets, and you push them down and it will fire this. So I'm just going to try that. I'm going to fire it against the black wall, so oops. Let's fire the other one. So yeah, it's pretty spring loaded, and you just want to get that back there. Plug this back in. You can see it pushes the little helmet piece up quite easily. So I'm just going to do that one more time. I'll get the other side. Plug this back in. Well, sometimes it does. This one doesn't want to do that, so just lift that up and just plug it back in. There you go. We have this this printed piece in the back right there. Let me just focus on that. See right there? So this is just hung on a rotating piece, so you can pull this up so you can actually walk through this doorway. Other features include this snake here, which you pull the mouth down. These two green pieces should fall out. I guess they're toxic pieces. Nice red tongue there. So if you can, close that back up, and there's a hole on top of the snake head, then you can just plop these back in. Hooray! And the back, you can see the back of the entire snakehead can rotate here. The clutch isn't strong enough to hold this up, so up to a certain point it will drop down. And these two snake bits are also rotating pieces that can come down, and some of the stickers meant to go there to make the snakes sort of scale lines. So in terms of just the front there, this looks very neat. I like the look of this set, and if I did collect Ninjago, this would be one of the sets I would collect. I actually also really like the look of that big Ninjago tower that they've just released with the 12 minifigures. If I was ever to buy an official Ninjago set, that would be the one to get. But what I like most about this set is that it doesn't necessarily mean Ninjago. You can swap out the Ninjago figures and just place any of the old Aztec Lego figures from years ago, so you can do that. You see, this is like a little piece just hooks onto this area there, and you can just pretend that it's part of the set. So that's neat, I guess. You can just extend the set a little bit, or not. You can have the leather fall down. So I'm going to do that. We'll quickly look at the back. You have a little chemical table I don't know, room there for do magic-y stuff. There's a center stage here, hidden room. I don't know, there's a red snake in there. You can just stand there and do some stuff. There's also a hidden area here where the other map is, so you can other half of the map, so they'd be like, oh, we found a map, they come here to find that. We got a chest here. Inside is now this chest isn't good. There's a huge problem in this chest in that the door is a lot bigger than this piece. So you put these two transparent bricks in there. If you look on the back there, you can see that this door is actually pushing these two bits of the plastic outwards, so it's pushing against it, and that's not good. And this piece just fell out. Plug. Oops. Guess that one doesn't plug quite well. Again, kind of spongy, so push that down. Plug this back in. On this side, you have a little weapon base. You have a Wolverine claw, metallic coloring. Remember when they used to just use the Ninjago claws and not the actual Wolverine claws in their bootlegs and made Wolverine look weird? This mace, teeth mace, and this sword. So these just sit in there. For the most part, it's decoration from the front view because you can't actually access them for the front view. But you can remove them so people actually have a little place to stand, or turn them around and make them part of a bigger room. So in terms of the set, if I did collect Ninjago, this is a really nice set. I prefer the more old-fashioned stuff on the Ninjago line, like when I see them. And I don't collect any of them, but when I see them, that's what I like. I don't like the Ninjago aircrafts or the cars or the bikes. They just, yeah, sure, whatever. I like the older-fashioned stuff, so that's way nicer. So I like this a lot. And there's also quite a few other buildings with different themes, but they're the same style. You know, it's the same doorway, there's a big head on top, and different fractions, I guess, from the Ninjago universe. And, you know, it does look decent. So, yeah, if you can't afford or pick up the official set, then this is a decent set to pick up for the base. Now, how are the minifigures? Let's take a look at the blue ninja, and oh boy, he's got two right arms. Broken arm ninja. Aside from that, the weapon is made out of pretty hard material, so kids be careful, this might poke your eyes out or something. As for the print itself, the helmet print is decent. Face print is relatively accurate, I think, it looks like him. And the torso print is also very nice, it's very sharp, very detailed. No print issues on the little round bit area on the leg. On the back there is a simple sort of brown design, and yeah, overall looks decent. There's a bit of extra white bits printed on the torso. You can see on the edge of the belt on the left hand side right now. So you know that's a little bit going off. I think it means it's printed slightly off centered, but it doesn't look like that. So all in all, it looks good. Next we have the green ninja, again printed very nicely. He's holding a little fire torch. Get that off. You can see the head is also done really well. And the back is the same print as the blue ninja. The green ninja also has this little belt sword holder thingy, which I didn't attach on him just so you can see the back of him. And then we have one of the snake demons right here. Again, the print is pretty spot on. Let me just move that arm out the way. He has a giant purple / creamy colored skeleton sword, which is hard-ish plastic, so again be careful. And yeah, so the body looks quite good. Unfortunately, the back tail is also made out of the same hard plastic as the rest of the body, whereas Deku copied the official Lego that has a softer tail. So I'm thinking this has some durability to it and has some give, but it feels like it's quite, if I push just a bit more I can easily snap this, so that's something just to be a little bit careful about. And as for the head right there, it's also painted quite nicely. Next we have this bad guy sorcerer here. He's holding a giant snake staff that you gotta build, and again it's okay build. Take this hard helmet off. It's hard, not soft rubbery plastic that I was expecting. Torso print is very nice, head print is very nice, leg print is also very nice, and just quickly look at the back there. This golden logo is also printed very nicely on the torso. Finally, we have one of his guard soldier units. I'm just going to take this helmet off again. It's a hard piece. There's a crossbow here on his hand. And lots of tattoos on his body. So I'm just going to plug that in there. So you can have a closer look. See, the head print is very nice. The whole print on all these figures are very nice. Leg print also great as well. No issues there on the little end of the round bit of the leg. And quick look at the back. You see the tattoo carries on. And a simple but neat back print. As for this snake armor, the snake texture is molded in there quite nicely and it's painted neat. And the back there got this whole skeleton thing going on. So with the minifigures, apart from that one wrong arm, so it depends on your luck or not if you're gonna get that or not. I mean, Sheng for the most part has been consistent, so but once in a while you'll get a wrong piece on the body. But apart from that, the minifigures are really well done. The print is very sharp and detailed. There's not really any out of line prints. It's done very nicely. The build of the building is very good. There's a few pieces that you need to put a bit more strength into, unlike official Lego. So you're gonna have to watch for that. But apart from that, once the whole thing is built together, it's a very solid piece, doesn't fall apart. The box is better than Lego because you can actually reseal it. It has a nice handle. However, there is one issue with the handle in that the plastic does catch one of the cardboard trays inside the box, which makes it harder to pull the trays out a little bit. But since this is a bootleg toy, you don't care if you damage the box or not. So it's nice to have a handle to hold it, even though there's a slight annoyance of pulling trays out being a bit annoying and getting a bit in the way. So yeah, now in terms of the price, comparing this to the official set, the price is half the official set, but you still get a toy with the quality of maybe 80% of the official thing. Like I said, the minifigures look really nice, but the actual build is a bit of a spongy feel to it, so that might annoy you a little bit. And of course, we've got to remember that Lego goes up in value after they stop production. Most of the sets anyway. As for bootlegs, probably not. Sometimes, occasionally, there'll be a bootleg toy that goes up in value afterwards, but I don't think these will go up in value that much. Even as an obscure thing, it's not really that good. They produce a lot of these, so here's the thing. If you don't care about the value in the aftermarket and how much a set goes up, this set is okay. It isn't great. Obviously, people buying minifigures, that's the holy grail of bootlegs. Minifigures cost a lot more in terms of Lego. Price variation is much bigger than the actual sets. However, bootleg sets don't care how many minifigures are in there. At the end of the day, they charge for the amount of plastic and the weight that these things are. So it doesn't matter how many minifigures are compared to how many bricks, they're going to cost the same in this sense. However, in terms of actual Lego, minifigures go up in price more than actual bricks because the minifigures are more unique. So you're not going to get that. You're not going to really get a huge price cut on this set compared to actual just minifigure packs. So I'm not quite sure who I can recommend this to. Like I said, it is half the price, bit less than half the price of the official set. If you only have Toys R Us in your country, then it's going to be 1/3 of the price of the official sets. So if you feel like that's a huge enough discount for something that in the long run, if you just want to play with it or maybe give it to your child to just mess it up and you don't care about the value afterwards, then this is okay. If those are things that you do care about, then I do suggest just saving up and trying to get the official sets. Not to say this is bad by any means, it's just not as big of a discount that you would get by just getting minifigure packs. If you've enjoyed this review, I do have reviews of official sort of mini polybags of official Lego Ninjago. I will be covering all the dimension sets, which include Ninjago figures, so let's hope those are good. They should be. And if you like other bootleg Ninjago reviews, then I have a playlist here on this channel right now. You can check out and compare between different brands and good brands and bad brands. You can laugh at the bad figures and be amazed at how cheap some of the good figures are. If you want to support this channel even more, then please click the like button, the subscribe button if you haven't done so already, and leave a comment below on maybe what bootleg set you want to see me review from the Ninjago line, or what bootleg sets you want them to produce in the Ninjago line. If you want to carry on supporting this channel, you can head over to the Patreon page, and every little helps. And but most importantly, take care and have a nice day. Go Ninja, go Ninja, go! I made another funny. Ha 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 ha.